That's the Demetrius Andrade guy you talking about?
I thought you were not going to do that. You said yesterday in the interview.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, congratulations, brother. It ain't even like that, man. You can say is when you think we can make that happen.
So soon as your team and you get, you know, your stuff together, you know, I don't know about, I'm not a matchmaker, bro. I'm not dodging anybody. You undefeated too, right?
You know. Oh. You know everything about me.
Oh, I do?
Yeah,
actually, no,
yeah, you do. You guys are still underneath me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
what's going on, you guys? Demetrius Andrade lets it be known that he only wants Jermall Charlo. Now, for years, it seemed like Jermall Charlo just been totally dismissive at the whole idea of fighting Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button for your boy. We on Bushido Boxing TV. This is where we gonna be. But Demetrius Andrade got a fight coming up January 7th on the Tank Davis, Hector Luis Garcia undercard. He's fighting against Nicholson, and it'll be his stay busy fight and his introduction fight, his reintroduction fight to the platform Showtime, PBC. And for years, right, we know the story. We've been following the story on the original channel. We've been following the story between Demetrius Andrade and him trying to get some of the more notable names in the ring, most notably Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo has been very dismissive and very reluctant on fighting Demetrius Andrade for whatever reason. Jermall Charlo now has been out of the ring probably about 3 years now. I think it's about 3 years, at least 2.5, something like that. It's been a while since we last seen Jermall Charlo in action. But he's supposed to be returning in February, and Demetrius Andrade says that's the only person that he really wants to fight. And yeah, he says this: making 160 has become tough. I've been doing 154 for years and 160 for a few years now. And of course I want Canelo, of course I want GGG, and of course I want Billy Joe. But in today's market, Charlo, that's it. That's the only name I'm campaigning for. 2 or 3, I don't know. People get hurt, things happen. 2 or 3, I don't know. People get hurt and things happen, said Andrade when asked who is his top 3 fighters that he wants to fight. Charlo and me have history. And like I said before, if Plant and Benavidez can come to terms and make it happen with them disliking and bringing it to the ring and make it happen with their pockets and their bank, then we can do the same thing. I'm just saying. Yeah, if Caleb Plant and David Benavidez can make it happen throughout the animosity and the storyline that they have with each other, they finally making it happen, then why can't Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo, who, let's be honest, this story between these two guys been going on a lot longer than those two, and they about to make it happen. No belts, no anything on the line. They just about to make it happen. And then Andrade says, I don't want to hear no one else. I want Chris Eubanks. No, it's you and me. That's it. Let's make this fight happen. Of course, I'm not getting any younger. Time goes by fast. And who am I fighting? The Janabek guy? When I should be fighting the Charlos. Moving up to 168, there are a lot more fighters that are willing to fight because they feel they're going to be bigger and stronger. This is the route that I'm taking, the risky route, of course. And I think it's being avoided because when you're both on the same network, same promoter, Matchroom Boxing, and the same head honcho at DAZN, I did my part to try to make the best fights happen for myself. It seemed like they weren't doing it. And their target point was Charlo at Showtime. Try it and do this thing. That wasn't going to work. Yeah, you remember back when Andrade was with DAZN and Matchroom, he was trying to get Triple G. He was trying to get Canelo. He was constantly pulling up at press conferences, calling these guys out. But Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, it seemed like Eddie Hearn was trying to keep Charlo away from Canelo Alvarez, right? They kept talking about Charlo every time, you know. But what about what we got over here? All the middleweights was over here on DAZN. You know, why are we talking about Charlo? He's over there with Showtime, right? We got fighters over here to fight. Well, none of those fights over there never happened for Demetrius Andrade. So now he's over there where Charlo is at, on Showtime. Then he says, now that I'm free, I'm making it work myself. I got paid, I was active, and I was busy. I'm 31-0 with 19 knockouts. What is there to regret? So he really have no regrets as far as how things played out over there because he was busy and he was getting paid, you know, right? He was getting paid pretty good to fight over there on Matchroom. Eddie Hearn did pay him well to kind of keep him away from Canelo Alvarez. You know, it is what it is. You know, he's 31-0 with 19 knockouts. He got paid, you know, but now he's looking to go right after Jermall Charlo. Maybe it would have helped me to get in the ring with Triple G maybe it would have helped get in the ring with Jaime Munguia. Billy Joe, I would have beat him up, trashed him, and sent him home. And he would have never gotten any of that stuff. It's a good thing that didn't happen because I do like the kid, and I'm glad he got the Canelo fight to take care of him and his family. So, yeah, he said if he had got Billy Joe fight back when that was supposed to happen, remember Billy Joe tested positive for oxyfrine with the nasal spray stuff? He felt that fight possibly would have helped him get some of the other fights, right? Then he says, you saw what came out of that. He's fat, he's like this, and out of shape. I'm professional, I'm 100%. That would never happen. So, yeah, as we seen Billy Joe, he got really fat. It looks like he's far removed from being a top professional athlete. Far removed from it. He's fat, he's chubby. We probably likely won't see Billy Joe Saunders in the ring again until, money starts getting low. Then he says, I believe they at Showtime can push to make the big fights happen versus wherever else I was. Of course, I like to stay busy like Tom Brady and do my Patriots thing for as long as I can with PBC. I like to stay with Showtime for as long as I can, but if things don't escalate, of course, I have to move around. I know it's better to stay than hop around like a bunny. Yeah, so, I mean, if he can't get things to materialize for himself in Showtime, then he's going to have to move around, right? I mean, that's just what it is. You can't be sitting here, you on the same side of the street as these guys, and they still not willing to fight you. What more could you really do, right? You got to move around as a man, and you got to continue to move forward, right? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if Jermall Charlo is ever going to be ready to fight Demetrius Andrade. He don't want to really seem to go anywhere near that guy. I mean, there's a lot of story between these two guys, a lot of interviews. The press conference where Demetrius Andrade pulled up, the little hallway altercation where Jermall Charlo kind of just walks right past him and let his little brother take care of the smoke, he said, you want to fight? And they was doing all this stuff, and they didn't really want to fight. For whatever reason, these guys don't want to get in the ring with Demetrius Andrade. Like I said, Jermall Charlo would rather go up and call out Dimitri Bivol, a light heavyweight champion, than to fight Demetrius Andrade. And I think that says a lot about Boo Boo Andrade and how these guys, his peers, his fellow fighters feel about him as a fighter. They probably feeling he's really that good and he's a tricky puzzle that I may not be capable of beating. That's just what it looks like, you guys. But yeah, man, Demetrius Andrade said he wants nobody else other than Jermall Charlo. What is Jermall Charlo gonna do? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.